Hey everyone, welcome back to ActorCast episode 9. I'm back here in the Hollywood location. Um yes, it's very great. We're in episode 9 and today I have a very special guest, like I always say when I introduce my guest, Anthony Rosello.
Hey
Nice
everyone,
nice to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Aldo.
Yes, we met with Anthony on playing football, actually,
Yeah.
playing soccer. He's a actor, he's a stellar soccer player.
Thank you.
He's a businessman now, and for a while he's interviewer. He's very well rounded in the world of he's taking classes too. He's
Yep.
well rounded in the world of the entertainment industry, so I'm very glad to present. If you don't know him by any chance and you know me before him, which is wild, but okay.
Well, you've done many of these, so you probably do.
Yeah.
People do know you better than me.
Maybe, who knows? But yeah, I'll let him introduce himself with his own words, and yeah, tell us about you.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Aldo, again, thank you. It's very funny. We met around the corner playing soccer. I was just with some friends, and we saw Aldo walking by, and we yelled at him, "Hey, do you want to play?"
I know.
And it was your birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday too. I was like, sure thing, like say yes to everything, right?
Right, and it was perfect. And then it turns out
Everyone was working in the industry.
and then I think, did you know someone from Stella Adler already?
No, I know my neighbor.
You knew your neighbor,
Yeah,
Who
who you probably can say hi to.
Mel.
Her,
Oh yeah, we took a class together. Now we have another class together. She's very great.
Yeah, she's
I had a Mel.
we're probably gonna have her in the next episode, so episode 10.
Nice.
But
Awesome.
who knows? I don't wanna encourage everyone without fingers crossed. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a bit about myself. So I am Venezuelan Italian. So I grew up in Venezuela, Italian family on my dad's side, and I left the country when I was young, when I was about 9 years old, and due to the situation there, and with family we moved, and that gave me the chance to live across different countries. So I lived in England for 3 years. I lived in Panama, Central America, Panama. Saludos a mi querida Panama, where I lived about 10 years. And I also did an exchange program in Germany for about a year. Eventually studied business in Florida. Florida State University has a campus in Panama, and then did my last year in Florida. And after that, I moved to sunny Los Angeles to pursue my acting career. So
where
here
we
I am.
are right now. And can I ask you, so when was the first time you studied acting as a career?
Right. So I've always been in the theater or drama club in every school that I studied. So I did that for about 2 years in England. And then when I moved to Panama, that's in Panama where I started my acting career. But I was in a French school, in a lycée français. So I would do theater in school, in like the theater club in French, and school plays were in French. But Panama's a Spanish-speaking country. So at 17 in high school, I gave up on being a soccer player.
Yeah,
And-
like every young Latin person does.
Yeah,
Latin man.
eventually you have to come to terms with you not being the next Ronaldo
Yeah.
or Messi.
Or well, 0.01% of the Latino people actually make it. My dad actually was a soccer player.
That's awesome.
He was always in the bench though. It was for a club in my city, in my country, that's called Audax Italiano. Audax Italiano.
I don't know it.
Yeah, it was like a year, then he gave up too, because he was like, he was so good, but he was like, everyone else was incredible. So and you have to be incredible, and then you retire young and all that.
I get you. Still impressive for further than I went.
Yeah, I guess.
I was when I was in a team in Panama, most of the time I was on the bench as well. So it happens.
Yeah. Well, me too.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So when I gave up on acting, sorry, not that, never. No, when I gave up on soccer when I was 17, I left my club and I started taking acting classes during high school outside of school. So in a theater, And that's when I took one class, another, and then eventually what happened was a director was giving this master class. I came up to him. He saw my talent. He had seen me before. He was casting for a theater play in Panama, en el Teatro La Estación, which was my first professional play, which was a play called Mini Dracula en el
Oh.
Campamento de Monstruos. Mini Dracula en el Campamento de Monstruos. So Mini Dracula in the monster camp, and I played Mini Dracula.
Oh wow!
So
main
that
role.
was main role, lead role. That was a lot of fun. It was a kids play, which was really special because you actually have a pretty active relationship with the audience, with the kids. They sometimes stand up and yell to the audience. A couple times a kid wandered on stage, so you had to very kindly, of course, help him down. And the most special part was at the end of the play, the kids would come up to you to ask for a photo, and they'd look at you with these big eyes, like you're the biggest superhero. And I do this thing, like I do like the vampire thing, and it was so beautiful. And that's why,
like a Disney character,
like a Disney character, exactly. So I fell even more in love with acting. So from there, more theater plays in the professional scene in Panama, more acting classes. I wanted to study acting in college, but my parents come from an engineering background, so they were not going to let me study acting. So I studied business while I was in business school, while I was still acting professionally and taking more courses. And that's sort of the beginnings of my acting career.
So you did this is what I want to kind of do when I go back home. I want to like try and audition still, even though I'm taking classes in business.
Yeah.
So that's what you were doing, basically. You were auditioning for stuff. You were performing.
Yeah, in Panama, there's not that many auditions, although, because it's a very small country. So really, it's through your own networking. There's no agents in Panama either. Chile is a much bigger country.
Really?
I'm sure
Because it seems small.
Yeah,
but
I would think.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Compared to Panama, probably, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, Panama has the Panama Canal.
I mean, compared to the U.S., it's tiny.
Everything's
but
tiny.
yeah, everything's tiny.
Of course.
Yeah.
So it was just mainly through the best way I've found to break into the industry is just take as many acting classes as you can, build a network of friends in the industry. Everyone shares castings through there. Very much connect with the professors, which most of the time are directors themselves, and hope that someone gives you a big break. That's my experience in countries where there's not that many auditions.
Yeah,
that's what I'd say.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I agree. For whatever reason, I also interacted and had like the opportunity of meeting myself in back home, like a lot of industry professionals from back home. But because I feel like it's crazy because, like, for example, I took some horse riding lessons, and the horse riding coach teacher was like the leader of the actors union in Chile, which is small kind of, but it's, and like we know each other now, and it's like, and we're now also like the dad to one of my friends from back in high school. He worked at like like in the TVs, like in the national stations, like everyone kind. I feel like either I was really lucky, or like I still have some connections that I can make. But enough of me.
No.
That's I'm just relating your experience to mine because it was pretty similar.
And in a way, also I think because you mentioned that you're going back to Chile and you're going to be studying business. So what I would recommend, because you studied acting, because your first degree was in acting. Right?
Yeah.
Was it
AMDA.
In AMDA.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, what I did in this university, Florida State from Florida, has a campus in Panama. So it was in English. And then they have a scholarship program where you do your last 2 years in Florida. Well, in Panama, I opened the film club in the university in Panama. So that was a way for me to be more connected with film.
Yeah.
We did some events, some screenings. We were planning actually a short film, but the pandemic hit.
Oh.
And that was an important chapter for my life, the pandemic and what happened then.
Why?
Because during the pandemic, while I was taking online classes just in my room at home, luckily I had my parents. They lived in Panama, so I was with them. And while I took these business classes online, I started making videos on social media, on TikTok. So for months, and then eventually years, I would post 1 or 2 videos a day doing different characters on social media.
Wow.
So I had characters such as the mafia boss. That one, my audience really loved. I had anywhere from a teacher to a police officer to a robber. Different
Wow.
scenes where I would talk to the camera as I performed,
Huh.
as if the camera was another character. So it would use trending songs and as if the characters were saying the lyrics of the words as dialogue. So it was using trending sounds on social media. And then I grew that audience quite quickly in less than a year to over 500,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
And then that kept growing while I was just in my room. So the numbers
Yeah.
kept going up. I was inadvertently just becoming more and more known, but I was locked in the pandemic, so I couldn't
Yeah.
feel it.
Mm.
So when eventually the pandemic died down in Panama and I was able to be more social,
Mm.
it was a complete life change in Panama.
Wow, really?
On top of it being a small country,
Yeah.
I had an audience.
You
in
were the
all-
most
in all-
famous person in Panama.
There were other creators as well, and then people from traditional TV.
Yeah.
But that gave me a bump sort of in the
Mm.
industry. As I got more acting roles, I was recognized on the streets, started working with brands, going to more events. So that's when I became sort of an actor, public figure of sorts. And it changed my life, I'd say.
That's crazy that
Yeah.
that happened. I still haven't found a niche
Mm.
in TikTok. Like everything I post like gets like a few views. I feel like I'm like the algorithm
Yeah.
doesn't like me. Or I don't know.
It's
I post some
changed.
of the things I post on YouTube, like the shorts that I post from this podcast. I
Yeah.
post them on my TikTok. I'm on my on the ActorCast Instagram. And the TikTok ones like get like 100 views, and then one like, and then on YouTube it gets like 1,000 views and a few like 40 likes. It's not that much because it's still growing, but the comparison is noticeable.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'd say that before, definitely on TikTok, especially during the pandemic, since it was
Yeah, that's
beginning,
true.
there were less people making content. It is more competitive now, and it's about being consistent.
And now
as
people
well.
like you were one of the first to probably do like characters to the camera.
Yeah, it's especially in
And, yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, that's
I
too.
knew everyone that would make them in Spanish. Like, we all knew each other through social media. There were
Yeah.
like maybe 10 of us.
Yeah. And then now there's probably like 2025, there's probably like 1,000 already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's much harder to get into that. But it's great because it shows how like important social media can be for one's career, like how life-changing it can be.
True. 100%.
Yeah.
For me, I stopped making the content that grew my audience on TikTok. As I would get more actual roles on TV and film or more theater in Panama, I just stopped making these videos for social media, maybe because I started being a bit self-conscious. I think my audience watching this, if they are, I think they'd be screaming at the screen, some of them begging me to come back, because I get those comments sometimes. And who knows, maybe I will, but my views definitely have dropped since I stopped making that content. And I've stopped being as consistent. So a big part of it was the circumstances of the pandemic for me that made it so that I could be in my room making videos 12 hours a day.
Right place, right time, I guess, for that.
Yeah.
And okay, so you did this because I get it. Like once you get more known, you feel like you have a public image to preserve.
Yeah.
So maybe you felt that like, I don't know, like, oh, I don't know if I want my image to show me doing like little skits by myself.
And I wanted to be more serious as an actor.
Like we don't see Meryl Streep doing some
TikTok.
videos. Yeah.
Because of course now social media is more understood, but you can imagine 5 years ago. Was it 5 years? Yeah, 5 years ago, 2020. I mean, if you said to anyone in the industries you make characters on TikTok, no one would take you seriously.
Yeah, it's true. And now they're kind of some of the main celebrities are embracing it, and I still don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, because I like the mystique that some Hollywood celebrities have, like Tom Cruise, like you, or I don't know. Tom Cruise is the first one that comes into my mind. Like they keep private life private.
Yeah.
But also, and they do well. They're doing well because like every time they show up, it's like they're celebrities. Where they been?
Right.
And that's how celebrities have always been. But like,
Mm.
there are other newer celebrities, like up and coming emerging actors, talents, that have embraced social media, and
Yeah.
they're also succeeding. So
It's
I guess it's like,
true.
yeah.
Now that's the thing between social media and sort of being an influencer, which I don't love that word.
Really?
As soon as my acting career takes off even further, I don't think I'm gonna be making as much content as I just don't enjoy it as much as acting. It's never
Yeah,
it was
no,
never the
I mean,
it was never the goal.
yeah.
But you see now people embracing social media, so actors you see actors and more of their daily lives much more often than before, where you'd always wonder about their personal lives because it was so reserved.
Yeah.
Now they're open about it. Now it's all about being vulnerable and open.
Yeah. Which I don't know if it has worked to their advantage, because some of them some of them are pretty dumb. And
Oh, yeah.
and we don't want to, and I don't know, maybe it hurts their image being too, that's what I'm saying, like, too outspoken. Some of them are pretty dumb, and it's like,
Yeah.
stick to acting, babe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you were doing TikToks. Are they still public?
They're still public. They're still on my page. You might have to scroll down on.
Okay,
to
we'll
find
put it
them.
in the description. We'll put his TikTok.
Amazing. Yeah.
And all his social medias, but that's for later. So then you moved to Florida.
Yeah, so exactly.
You did your 2 last years.
I should have been 2 years in Florida, but because of the pandemic,
Ah.
the 1 year, the first year of the 2 years I should have been in Florida, I was still having online classes in Panama.
Oh damn!
So I ended up having just 1 year in Florida State.
1 year is not enough to
No.
to like discover the American college life.
Not at all. No. You know what I would say though is because I just wanted to be in the industry so bad, and my goal has always been the US.
Mm.
I tried as much as possible to be a part of the film school, so I ended up connecting with them, taking a class in the film school because I took a minor in film.
There was a film school, but
Yeah.
but there was not a film club.
There was, but I actually didn't connect that much with the film club.
But didn't you make the film club?
But the thing is, not in Florida.
I
I did the one in Panama.
Right. It's
Yeah.
different. Okay.
It was totally different people that
Gotcha.
run it, and obviously much bigger. The one in Florida was huge. So I didn't connect that much with the film club, but instead, so I did a minor in film and a minor in humanities. Humanities, art, film.
Mm.
But the film wasn't actually connected to the film school. It was more theoretical, academic classes versus the film school, which obviously has that, but they're more hands-on. And it's very, very exclusive. Florida State has a really good film school.
Gotcha.
But I sent a letter to the dean of the film school. I sent one also to one of the professors, talking about my career, talking about my background, that I really wanted to take a class there, and they let me take one. And just doing that also changed my life in a positive way, where I took an acting for the camera class at the film school. Myself as an actor, and most of the other students were director producers from the film school. So I became their go-to actor in everything they shot, their weekend projects. So I must have shot in a summer during that one period of class, like 15 short films. And lots of the friends that I met from that acting class in college, lots of them moved to Los Angeles, and they're my closest friends here in LA.
Yeah. Okay, and then you finished college, and then you moved straight to LA.
Not directly, actually.
Not directly?
I spent about 8 months.
Right away, not
Right
straight
away.
away.
I spent about 8 months in Panama after Florida State. Back in Panama, I did a few TV interviews, so like a small press tour. I became the ambassador of the Panamanian Red Cross. They selected me, so I did some volunteering work. Actually, every time that I go back to Panama, I do some work with them. I spend some time just doing some volunteering. From abroad, from the US, I make some videos to raise awareness about certain things from abroad as well, about Panama. And I shot a movie, very small role in a Panamanian movie about the Panama Papers called Papeles. So I played a lawyer there. I did a couple short films.
You did a lot. You did a lot of those 80 months.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because I was out of college, so I wasn't studying anything else. Because then I moved to LA to study. Now I'm in LA studying at Stella Adler Academy.
Yeah.
So during that period, I was just free to create.
That's great. That's great. And did you have like a job on the side, like to earn money
I was making money through
through the
brand campaigns.
through the what? Oh,
Brand
brand
campaigns.
campaigns. Okay,
Because of
the
social
North
media.
Cross.
No, not
No,
right.
that
No,
was
that's completely volunteer. I don't
volunteer.
get paid
Okay,
by the Red Cross. But brand campaigns, as in, I worked with after after the pandemic and because of social media, I've worked with Samsung as an influencer.
gotcha.
Samsung, Ralph Lauren, Tommy Hilfiger, L'Oreal, Dairy Queen. I did lots of campaigns like that.
And that's why you know your stuff about influencing. Right?
Yeah,
You've done a lot of that.
yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha. And okay, and then you moved to LA 8 months
Mm.
later, and you went straight to Stella Adler.
Yeah. So I had my life planned up until graduating from Florida State, and I hoped that along the way things would clear up. Just because Florida State is probably the biggest university, the biggest international university in
Mm.
Panama. So since I was in middle school, I knew that I was going to go to Florida State and do their amazing scholarship program. So that was always the goal up until I was 22.
Oh.
And then I tried my luck at applying for Florida, sort of tried my luck at applying to Stella Adler Academy in LA,
Mm.
which has always been my method of choice. And it was my dream school, and I got accepted. And so, I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
move to LA, do my master's of sorts
Mm.
in this acting conservatory, and I've been able to do that, thankfully. I have amazing parents that also support me. I've also, when I got here, because I had my OPT from college,
Mm.
I was able to work, and the ball has been rolling since then.
That's great. And so if you hadn't gone to Stella Adler right away, like if you hadn't gotten it, what would where would you think you would be right now?
Yeah, well, I was considering Atlanta, Los Angeles, or New York. Actually, I was gonna move to Atlanta before LA, just because LA seems so intimidating.
Mm.
And Atlanta has been growing a lot.
Yeah.
They have I think Marvel shoots there, Stranger Things is shot there, The Walking Dead. They seem to have they seem to be more friendly for those beginning acting roles in film and TV. Whereas in LA, the lead roles, wherever they shoot, they often are cast from LA and then flown out to
Mm.
Atlanta or
They don't film
Chicago.
it here. That's
And
much.
that's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Less things are shooting in LA than before, actually.
Mm.
So I think it would have been so it was between LA, Atlanta, and New York. I felt that I had outgrown my possibilities in Panama, being a small country. I had
Mm.
done a TV show in Panama, a few small roles in a feature and in a couple features. So theater in some of the biggest theaters in Panama. I felt like there was only so much I could grow. So I wanted to be able to have my wings let loose.
Yeah.
So eventually, because I got accepted in Stella Adler's where I moved.
That's great. So okay, it was never the plan to stay in Panama because it felt small for you.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it. I completely understand that. Like you yearn for more.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That's great.
I have been to Panama since moving to LA a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
and the goal always is to have Panama as one of my bases. So LA, Panama, and Central America. Eventually get representation in Europe because I have an Italian passport, so I can work out there. So, while Panama's growing a lot, great industry. They call it the Miami of Central America. So, because lots of American movies and international movies shoot in Panama, it's still a competitive place to go back to. So, Panama's still inside of my plans.
Yeah, based in Panama, Italy, and LA sounds like a very well-rounded bio to have on Instagram.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Until now you're 2 or 3, right?
2 or 3 right
Yeah.
now. Yep.
Great. Okay, so tell me about Stella Adler.
Yes.
The university college. No, it's not a university.
It's a conservatory.
Conservatory, right? Okay. what do you do there? Is it like, do you choose your classes? Tell me.
So they have a 2-year conservatory program, which is set. So if you do the whole program, they tell you what classes you're taking every term. Terms are about 2 months each. But I have been doing it part-time because of, long story, my visa type. I was able to also work. So the plan was part-time classes at Stella Adler, part-time acting roles. I've been acting in verticals. I've been doing lots of small things in the industry as well. Then we'll
You
get
can
into
only
that.
work in the industry?
I can what?
You can only work in the industry, or can you work like as in as a barista in Starbucks?
I can work in anything. That's what I'm
Oh,
used
in
to.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Have you done that? Have
Uh,
you, or you haven't needed to work as something other than acting?
no, I haven't worked in anything other than that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. It means you're doing great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stella Adler.
So how does it work? So
Yeah.
basically, Stella Adler is so there's the godfather of acting, which was this Russian director, writer, and actor himself, Stanislavski,
Mhm.
who changed the acting world forever. Because when you think acting 100 years ago, or the first black and white films, acting was very dramatic and
Yeah.
exaggerated. So to anyone watching, it didn't correspond to reality per
Mm.
se. So he changed the game in Russia by having actors emulate real life on stage. And then he moved to America. That method became very famous. And in in New York first. So in New York, he started the Actor Studio, where some of the biggest acting professors, his first students, came out of. So there's the very famous Meisner method, um, Lee Strasberg, Stella Adler method, and others. I believe also among his first actors, I believe was Marlon Brando studied with him, and then he became Stella Adler's protege. And these methods are different because this second wave of professors changed his method in their own way, adapting it to what their beliefs were. So the two biggest ones that came out of it, in my perspective, are Lee Strasberg, which has a school here in LA, and Stella Adler. They, of course, started in New York and then opened schools in LA. So there's always a big debate between actors about what method is best.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm biased, of
Yeah.
course, but I think Stella Adler is healthier because the difference between Lee Strasberg and Stella Adler is that Lee Strasberg draws from an actor's real life experiences to relate the character's pain in a scene to a pain that you've already felt. It blends those two, and what comes out is, let's say someone in the play dies while you're thinking about a family member that also passed away, which I think is torturous. And I also think that that can drain that specific memory. You can only use that because, I mean, because as an actor, and if you're doing theater, you're using that every single day in every performance. So eventually, and it's happened to me, this memory that would draw you to tears, by the 50th time you use it in another project, or a different scene, or whatever, you eventually become desensitized to it. So that's why I believe that it's unhealthy, and that it kind of,
This is the Lee Strasberg
that's
one.
Lee Strasberg.
Okay,
That's
okay,
Lee
okay.
Strasberg. So I think that it's unhealthy because you're reopening wounds that you're trying to heal, and because they stop being as efficient later on. So that's Lee Strasberg.
Okay,
Stella
I
Adler.
thought you said Stella Adler.
No.
Okay,
That's Lee
okay.
Strasberg.
Okay, okay.
Stella Adler, what they do is, what they teach is that you should do very deep analysis of the script. So they have a specific method of how to analyze a script, and then any gaps that you have that are different between you and the character, you actually have to create memories of yourself. Sorry, you have to create the memories of the character, which is very weird. You actually have to sit down and take time. We get taught how to do this. You take time with your eyes closed, either in your bed, sitting down. Some people do it in a bathtub, and close your eyes and relive certain key memories that your character has. So you relive memories. Let's say this character's brother died. You relive memories in your character's childhood with this character. When you would play soccer together, the first time you
dinner
ate
together.
dinner together.
Yeah.
You, let's say something traumatic happened to your character. So you relive your character's fights with their parents. So you actually create fake memories. And as humans, we're able to do so well that these memories actually feel real on stage. And you can make yourself cry from a bunch of
fake memories.
memories.
Yeah. Incredible. And which one's the one that you feel like sensory details about your character? Like you're closing your eyes and you feel like the cold of the breeze of that day your brother died, for example. Is that still out there?
That's among the memories that you,
or
that as specific as you can get.
like sensory
can,
based. I think there's another one that does that.
Meisner has. I'm not sure if Meisner uses memories, but they do work. The Meisner is more repetitive.
Yeah.
So you repeat the lines back and forth with your partner, and you learn them so well that it's mechanic. So without even working on the character, you mechanically learn how to say these lines, and then you work on the character. So I'm not as familiar with Meisner, but
because I remember we did for AMDA on our third semester. Our teacher made us do like sitting in a chair and like feel the chair, like smell the air, like make it very sensory. And I don't remember what technique that was, but he was like obsessed with this ancient instructor of one of Stanislavski's students. I just don't remember which one.
I've done similar things to Stella Adler. I think that could be it.
Maybe it was, but I think it was a man. It was a man.
It was a man, maybe?
But I don't know. The thing is that on our previous episode, if you guys watched it, you would notice that we were talking about with one of my classmates from AMDA that is now studying as Lee Strasberg. He couldn't name that much. He couldn't name. All props to him, but like he couldn't name like the difference between Stella Adler and Lee Strasberg, and now like, damn, I can't either. but it's crazy. It is crazy. Like I don't know. I love all the getting geeky and nerdy about, I guess, about the actors and instructors, and like their differences. I feel like it's crazy how big the difference can be between two students of one teacher, and like how they do stuff. I don't know. I'm rambling, but
no, not necessarily. I mean, I also see that even within my classmates at school, because we all come from different backgrounds. Yeah. There's lots of international students at Stella, so different backgrounds, different cultures, different levels of training prior to Stella Adler.
You knew Amalia Sandoval? Yeah, she went to my school in back home, like high school.
That's crazy.
Like she was 2 years.
We took an improv class together, Amalia and I. Very fun.
Yeah.
So different actors, even if we get taught the same thing, you end up just you create your own toolbox as an actor. So actors sometimes say that they don't have a method. They have their own method of what works for them.
Pick and choose.
Yeah.
That's great, because at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you and whatever makes you the actor you want to be. Like if you want to be a realistic actor and this method or this bits and pieces works for you, all the power to you. If you want to be more of like a comedic, like sitcom-ish, like actor, and you just want to do that, I guess, I don't know, Stanislavski is not for you.
Probably not. You're right. Yeah.
Like more.
Also, paces sometimes is different, because you mentioned sitcoms. Yeah. And TV tends to shoot. I'm not the most. I'm not an expert on TV, but TV tends to shoot very quick. They pump out the next week's episodes on the weekend. They give you the sides, and then you're shooting very
that quickly. Used to be before streaming, right?
Yeah. Now TV has changed. Now there's less episodes, more time.
Now there's like 8 episodes maximum,
but even like certain TV shows, like soap operas, are like that still.
Yeah, true.
La Rosa de Guadalupe from Mexico.
And there are a lot of I just discovered American soap operas like a month ago. I didn't know they
Yeah.
existed. I was like, soap operas are not a thing here. They're just telenovelas from or teleseries from Latin countries. But I didn't know they had like General Hospital stuff like that
Yeah.
here, and it's like I find it find it unbelievable they have like that. Because I don't know, you can like notice straight away a shot from a sitcom. No, a sitcom, no. Like uh, a soap opera and a non-soap opera, either sitcom or because like it's shot differently. I don't know. It's like it has a different camera lens. I have no idea.
Lots of
They
it
look
is the
different.
lighting.
Yeah,
Because they
that
go
too.
so quick, they tend to use more flat lighting because it's
Yeah.
quicker. I've worked on the new version of soap operas, which
Vertical.
are verticals.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me because I would do these characters for social media, so short form. How eventually it evolved into soap operas, so film for the phone screen vertically as well. So I can see the evolution of that.
Yeah.
And well, these soap operas, yeah, they shoot very quick. Lighting is very simple. The
Yeah.
scripts aren't too great, to be honest.
They aren't.
No.
Everyone I've had here thinks that the same thing. That said, like my previous guest, he said like he's he's not like he doesn't get mad at people who do them because he does them, and he's like, well, what are you doing if you're not accepting roles from verticals, like from like not me, like to anyone, like if you get like picky like and choosy, like I'm not accepting a role from a vertical, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
Uh,
If you can be picky and consistently shoot, and you're shooting
Yeah.
things that aren't verticals, more power to you. But they shoot so many of them in LA, and you're in a production of a budget of around $200,000. So for most actors, that's a bump from student films or whatever
Yeah.
projects. And it's 8 days on set. You're shooting over 100 pages, so it's about the length of an actual feature film. Every episode is about 2 minutes long. 60 episodes, 2 minutes long. So that's just how it's shot, and it has about every single role in a film crew. It's smaller, of course, than a big feature, but you get a good experience of being on set and working on a character. So ultimately, you're still doing what you love.
True. Even though it feels easier sometimes. I've done two, but I haven't had big roles in any of them, so maybe that's why it feels easier because I'm just doing like one-liners or stuff like that. I don't know. Have you had leads in them?
I played one lead, yeah.
And was it hard to like? What did it feel different from feature films or short films that you've done?
Yeah, actually, it was pretty fun because I played Luigi Mangione,
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
killed the CEO of United Healthcare, and it became a huge.
You played him?
I played him. Well, a character inspired off of him.
Oh, okay.
Not directly him. I didn't do a New York accent. The director didn't want me to
Do it.
necessarily copy him.
Yeah.
But it's heavily inspired off of him.
Wow.
And it should come out by the end of this year.
Too soon. It's still too soon. No. It's good.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean,
it feels. Oh.
One of my best friends produced it and wrote it, and also co-directed it.
Oh wow.
With another of my best friends, and half the people on set were friends that we brought along to the project, so it felt very homey. I felt very comfortable. I felt like everyone was taking care of me well, and it's hard to say if it's harder because you do have less time to shoot, so you have less preparation, but it is harder in the sense that, at least being the lead, you're shooting all day in a very fast pace. Maybe you get 1 or 2 takes. You have 50 camera setups a day, so it's moving very quickly, and it's 12-hour days. So it was intense. I felt it was a challenge for me, for sure.
Gotcha. And did you feel like triggered when you watch like a camera with a vertical like screen? If I feel like I want to like twist it and fix it. I don't know. Feels like
it didn't trigger me, but it was strange.
I feel
the
like
first times
I need to grab it and turn it like the right way.
yeah, it's literally that's what they do. They just turn the camera on its side. That's how they shoot.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay, so Stella Adler,
Yes.
I feel like we covered that topic pretty deeply. I do wanna, I still wanna know what goes around, like what happens in those halls. Like, is it is it intense? Like, are teachers like strict, crazily strict? Like, if you don't, because that's how AMDA was in New York and LA, not so much. They were really loose. I feel loose as in
Yeah.
like no homework today or something. Is it that way in Stella Adler or more New
Yeah.
York?
See, well, I never studied in New York, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to say. I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
be able to compare it. But I would say it is strict. Some teachers, it happens a lot in theater because it's mainly a theater school. Although the method it's taught could be used for film because we're striving for reality. So it doesn't matter if the audience is watching you too much or if there's a camera. The method works across the board. But the teachers tend to be strict. They demand you to be so specific in your choices. And you can tell when you've done your homework and you have it, because you have to sit back as a character and build these memories. So if you haven't done your work, they're gonna tell you. And they want to help you build thick skin for the industry. So it is intense. My friends that do full time, they don't have much of a social life outside of Stella.
And if you do it full time, you do it in 2 years.
Yes, if you do full time, you do it.
And in part time, 4.
Depends on how many classes you take. I expect to graduate in about 4. Yeah.
Oh, so you started in...
No.
Oh,
not
since
like
when you started.
no.
Since
Like
when you started.
since I started,
Okay.
I've lived in LA about a year and a half, so I'd say I'm more or less almost a year into the program. So maybe I'll do it in 3 or 4, because I've been taking, instead of taking 4 classes per bimester, I've been taking 2 or 3. Right now I'm taking 4 to challenge myself. I'm taking 4 to challenge myself while I also do acting on the side, just to see how it goes.
What's the regular amount of classes that people full time do?
Full time take 4.
Oh, 4. So you're doing a full time right now.
This term I'm doing a full term.
Oh, okay.
And it's intense. It's busy.
Gotcha.
And I'm still being able to do social media and some work on the side. So, all right, I'm not going to clubs much. I'm not having much of a social life. If you see me have a social life, it's because I'm going to an event. So it's also work. But I'm happy. I'm doing what I love. So it doesn't even feel like work.
No, yeah, it doesn't feel like work when you're doing what you love. That's good. That's amazing. Okay, I wanted to ask you about Poppies Studios. What is that? I watched some reels and is it like some sort of like one man and 100 woman type
of shows,
interview thing?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Sure thing. So Poppies Studios is a YouTube channel that has grown its following based on dating shows. Unscripted, and I've shot 2 videos with them now, and before them with a different YouTube channel, which is called Nectar. They're a company. They're under Jubilee Media, Jubilee the YouTube channel. So I did 1 video for Jubilee. It was me pretending to do a French accent and having people guess if it was real or not. Which I think it was a good French accent. I grew up in my middle and high school in a French school. I mean, I was the only kid that didn't speak French when I started there, but my classmates were French. So I think I can do a pretty good French accent. But they didn't believe it. They said it was fake.
Damn.
But hey, regardless, that was 1 video. And then before that, 2 other dating shows. So 1 dating show I did was 1 man lets 25 women shoot their shot.
Yeah.
That was 1 video.
That was the Halloween one?
No, that was before. That was earlier in the year. I did that one. Then I did swiping and swapping.
Wait, so neither of them have been released?
They have. They released early in the year, even before I met you.
Oh, okay.
They were released.
And the Halloween one was the recent.
And the Halloween one was recent. Exactly. Yeah. So I, through just being in these dating shows, I've been able to grow more of an audience. Also, it's been like a testing ground for me of, let me try my personality in English.
Yeah.
In the US, see if people like me. So far, so good. In the comments, people do seem to like me, so they've
Do you
been
read
going well.
comments?
I read them all. I read
Do
every
you
single
feel?
comment.
Do you feel? What do you feel when you read them? Like, are you like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do it anyway?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care?
I feel like I should be doing it.
Really?
Because I see like I'm studying what people think.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I'm trying jokes. I'm trying some things. I'm trying to push boundaries, see what I can and can't say.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here living in the U.S. like less than 3 years in total, so starting to understand the humor, the culture, everything. So I'm trying things out. So I read every single comment, and the format is you shoot for like 3 hours. They release a YouTube video that's about 30 minutes long, and then they release clips on social media. And both the YouTube videos and the clips on social media have been going viral, and it's been fun.
What was the Halloween one called?
Yeah, that was
Shoots their
six.
chances?
So
No.
6 girls
What was it?
blind date based
Right.
on Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
or one guy blind dates based on Halloween costumes.
I would love to react to it like
Oh
right
my
now,
God.
but I can't because it's copyrighted. I've seen that people who do it get copyright struck. And I don't want copyrights on this video.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, not for me. No, I haven't done it yet, but
I
like,
would love to actually.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
should we do it?
We
Still?
could give it a go. I mean, for social media.
I mean, I'm
it'd
not
be
getting
fine.
paid for this podcast, so it's not like,
I'd be totally fine with that.
okay,
I'd
which
love to.
one's the best one? You feel?
I feel like the Halloween one. So
Halloween
it
one?
was I was in Halloween costume. And there were 7 girls behind a curtain, where at first I could only see their feet, so only the shoes of their costume.
What's the name?
So just put Poppy Studios,
Okay.
and it should pop up.
Okay. you're
I'm all over the
you're
place.
all over it.
So it's the second one. Right here.
Okay. You're not even the thumbnail.
I'm not. Well, no.
Okay.
The beautiful women on the podcast were on the show.
But you should have
Or
been
the
in
drop.
the thumbnail. You're the person they're trying to impress.
Well, my face because
With 32 minutes.
yeah. So we can pick clips.
Okay.
So because
Which one?
there's a curtain. Yeah, no, it's this one.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
because
Yeah.
because it's the girls are behind the curtain for most of the video,
Yeah.
up until eventually after every round, eventually they show their face.
Uh-huh.
It's just me and my face for the majority of the video, and the 2 hosts.
Gotcha.
So I'm not too mad. I'm not in the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's true. And do they give you like do they say follow Anthony on?
Yeah. So it's also great exposure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they do that because I've seen some of them on Jubilee and they don't credit the people who.
They put them in the caption.
Oh,
they
the
didn't.
caption.
They didn't put my social
It
media.
didn't
on the
say like
video.
at.
No, they didn't do that. They put it in the caption though.
Okay, let's see.
And then all the reels on social media on Instagram that they've asked me to be a collaborator. So if you go on my Instagram, there's
Right, I saw
30
that you have like
30 videos on
I
my
was trying-
social media about
yeah.
this. And they've had like in the past month, they've had on Instagram like 4 million views or more,
Wow.
which is good exposure.
Yeah.
I've been recognized off of these videos actually. So I haven't been recognized from Panama or my own
Yeah.
content. I've been recognized from the dating shows in LA.
Okay, let's watch like first 5 minutes. I'm gonna put it in here in this video.
Great.
Today, 6 girls wearing unbelievable.
You've watched this before.
Yeah, I have. I was so nervous. So nervous. There's no script. You're just
Really?
talking.
Yeah.
But at the end,
And if you say something dumb, they're
It sticks.
it's I mean they want to have more views,
Yeah.
and if it's funny and you say something dumb, they might use it.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I was-
Yeah.
so
Did they erase anything, or is it complete almost fully uncensored?
no, they actually we shot for like 3 hours,
Ah, okay.
and they picked the best 30 minutes.
That's a really interesting question.
So yeah, she just asked if I had a foot fetish, which I don't. I mean, I think feet are great,
We need them.
We need them. and a girl that can take care of her feet.
Yeah,
That's
that's
something that I look for. It's attractive.
true.
And they had me introduce myself. So
That's great.
Yeah.
How did you find this job? Because of your friend?
So the first one
it's-
was through a friend,
Right.
and then they just kept coming, and then they reached out to me. This different YouTube channel,
Which is the same branch. I mean, the different branch of the same company.
different than the other one though.
Okay.
Oh,
this
this company. Maybe it's even the competition of these.
Okay, gotcha.
But this-
Maybe I won't get copyright struck then because I've seen the Jubilee ones get.
Oh no, this I don't think they're super chill. I don't think they should copyright.
Yeah.
strike. It's more views for them.
Yeah, true. I'm just gonna watch the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes. So.
That's David. He started the YouTube channel. He's so funny, so friendly.
I would have thought that the person who started it was called Poppy.
Funny. No,
I don't know, like why is it called Poppy?
I never
Poppies.
asked.
Like Poppy Studios. I was thinking that it's like Poppy is the owner of Poppy Studio.
I know, right? But no, I don't know where the name came from.
Yeah, I don't like those shoes. I'm sorry. I mean
me
those feet.
neither.
No,
I say on the show that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
it's a pet peeve of mine. Socks and sandals.
Mm-mm.
So it reminded me
I've
of
worn
soccer
it a few
player.
times, but just because my feet were swollen or something. But I'm not going to
But not in
a
public.
party, or a
No.
Halloween party, or to a video like this.
No. So
How
I
many
said
views
in the
is
video that it reminded me of a soccer player coming out of practice because all soccer players look like this out of practice.
Yeah, right.
Could you give us a Carl?
Like after the changing room, you go out with your socks and sandals.
Yeah.
So hot and sexy.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was really hot.
Wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
Do you know where Carl Weezer's from though? What show?
No.
Do you recognize that character?
I know it, but I've never watched the character.
Gotcha.
So, if I were you, I would be like,
Just from the voice?
Oh my god.
not even maybe in Spanish.
And that's exactly
Oh,
what
you
I
said
say.
that?
Later on, like,
Oh,
and I'm like, is that the dad?
oh.
Watch that in Spanish.
Listen to this.
America, so that's
Kimi
why.
Neutron.
Oh, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, see? Oh, it's the same thing.
Costume.
I know, right? That was a joke.
Yeah.
It said instead of Jimmy, there's a Hemi Neutron.
Kimi Neutron.
That was a clip that
That's funny.
funny moment.
You must be wearing an evil eye because I can't take mine off of you.
It's the voice actor, the thing.
I like it. I still
Turns out that line has something to do with her costume, and you don't
Ah.
realize her costume until the end, because the costume is really mainly just.
Yeah.
Her head.
probably.
soccer player.
Like a soccer player walking.
The thing is that I don't like you. I don't like the tattoos.
You know what to do?
No, I'm being who you.
Oh.
I'm like putting words in your mouth too.
No, I don't have any tattoos.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them. Maybe there's maybe with someone that I date, maybe there's a limit on how many.
Yeah. You don't want 1,000 tattoos covering the entire body. I don't know. Me,
Ah,
at least not me.
I don't have hard opinions. I have
Yeah.
too hard opinions on them. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's
skip.
like a sponsor. And that's all sponsored videos.
No, we shouldn't skip it because we. I don't. Should we skip it?
Yeah, skip it.
ZocDoc makes it easy to book
I don't even know.
appointments with over 100,000
So
healthcare
you asked me about the comments. Some
Yeah,
of the
let's
comments,
read the comments in the meantime.
So some of the comments can be mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
It can happen.
I would be like hesitant to even watch the comments,
Yeah.
look at the comments. I would be like, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me.
That's what I wanted to find out. If
Yeah.
people hated me or not. So
Yeah,
I did read
true.
them. Most of them, in all the videos that I've done, most of the comments have been overwhelmingly positive. There's a few people making a joke. I think and not everyone's gonna like you. This
Yeah.
is how it is. So
Okay, I'm gonna
they still
pause it
hurt.
right here 1 second. I'm
Well,
gonna
bad comments still
filter
hurt sometimes.
Yeah, newest first. Okay, let's see. I love how many times AOT was mentioned in this video.
Attack on Titan. It's the only
okay.
anime that I've watched until the very end.
Oh, okay.
Amazing anime.
Okay, hi. Oh, that anime, I did not see that coming. Not gonna lie, they look like brother and sister. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
that's a
the girl
spoiler.
that I chose. at
Okay,
the
okay.
end. I
Every
can see
single
that.
one of them except Lorax has an only. Ooh, damn.
Yeah, that's
Really?
also true.
Is that where this channel finds people?
Yeah,
Damn.
most of the girls do have OnlyFans.
Oh,
It is what it is.
who's the Lorax one?
Yeah, she's
We
she's
will have to watch it to find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro has a noticeable French accent.
Oh,
Um,
these are new, so
I mean,
these are 11 hours ago. So.
I wish they said that I had a noticeable American accent.
Oh, damn. You're right.
But
At least they didn't say a noticeable like
Yeah.
peasant accent or something that's like.
something even worse.
I feel like French is like French is like fancy or whatever.
fair.
Okay, I wouldn't pick Snow White too. I would have picked Snow White too. Such a
cute.
cutie.
Or maybe look at the
Super.
most popular comments.
All right, but the most popular ones are not gonna be like the
The mean
meanest
ones.
one.
No, like there was someone that said call me the R slur, like
What?
saying that I wasn't very intelligent. They said,
Damn.
"Well,
Oh,
next
okay.
time don't pick a R word."
Okay.
Oh, because I didn't understand lots of the references from the
Yeah.
show. They mentioned
Next time. Okay.
they mentioned things from American pop culture that I just didn't understand.
Yeah. But it took me out when he said very cool, but not for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
with the girl with the tattoos, I thought I was being nice
Yeah.
by saying very cool, not for me, thank you.
Yeah.
And some people thought I was being rude.
It's amazing how like something that sounds so I've come to learn this the hard way, but like something that could seem so nice in our language comes across as mean in this language.
It can happen. Yeah,
And it's like whatever.
it's whatever.
Okay, the first gentleman in Poppies history. Oh really?
Thank you.
What does it mean? Like no other men have been there, or only like
No.
like crazy people?
I mean, thing is, they bring on a lot of
like
stand-up comedians, and the
okay.
stand-up comedians are just brutal. And it's usually the shows are a lot more sexual.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's just not my vibe.
Maybe the puppy is something sexual, like
No, the puppy is the name. No, it's not.
like
No.
like a vagina.
No,
No?
no, I don't think so. No.
Okay, I don't know. 'Cause look,
No.
it has a white center, not a black one. Okay,
No, but poppies is a flower actually.
I
Poppy is
know,
a
but
flower.
puppies have like a black center, not a white center.
You're right. I don't think so.
I don't know. Now you're making me question.
No.
Okay. I hope 1 and 2 kept in touch. They had definitely chemistry.
The two contestants, 1 and 2, Sava and Asta, they got along really well. I think they were friends from before, and they had really funny moments, and they were really supportive towards each other.
Not him saying Robin Hood when she clearly referenced Little Red Riding Hood.
That's really funny. So the way they edited that is that when I was recognizing this girl's costume, she was Little Red Riding Hood. But in the moment, I said, "Oh, you are Robin Hood," and then immediately I went, "Oh, sorry, Little Red Riding Hood." But they cut that out.
They cut this,
and they just had me saying Robin Hood, looking like an idiot.
Damn.
Or it also looks like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
People found it funny. That's what.
Yeah.
Matters.
Someone said almost like that was the joke.
It wasn't the joke. I was a mistake.
But still, like that's crazy. And actually, that goes straight into the next topic I wanted to talk about, because how interviews kind of like media can change the narrative by like editing a few words out of the thing.
Yeah.
This is a like fun game type thing, but like it can be much more hard, I guess.
News companies do that a lot. That's why it's
Yeah.
so hard to trust the news nowadays.
100%. Which takes me to the topic I wanted to talk about, like, because I always like to include like a pop culture, like kind of like recent thing that has come up in the lately.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about that, but first let's close this.
Sure.
This was great, and I'm gonna link it down below so you can keep watching
awesome.
it.
Tell me what you think.
Yes.
And if anyone wants to know, we did not go on a date.
No, really?
No. She never got back to me.
Oh, damn. Well, you don't want to date an OnlyFans model anyway.
It's
wants
not
them?
my preference.
Yeah.
No. But hey, I don't knock the grind.
Yeah.
And
I guess.
I have a friend that paid for her college thanks to doing OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's helping people out. So if you're willing to do that, hey.
Yeah.
It's the world we live nowadays.
True. Okay. How about that? let's go to the next topic. I wanted to ask you about. So I don't know if you've seen this ad.
Ooh. I haven't seen the ad. I've only seen clips from the interview talking about it.
Okay, so let's watch like this little piece of the ad just to refresh our memories. This is the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad. And
actually, I haven't seen this.
really? Okay. So this ad made me want to buy these American Eagles that I have right now. So
Yeah.
FYI.
I've
Okay.
seen clips about it. I've
Yeah.
heard of it, but never watched the actual ad.
Okay, let's put it from the beginning. She's really hot.
Yeah.
Let's start by saying.
I know her.
You know her?
No, that's not the right phrasing. I know of her.
Oh, okay.
I know who she is.
I'm
Yeah.
not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right? Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keens.
Okay, we're gonna but it keeps doing the same
Keeps
thing
doing the
with
same thing,
different things, and I find like it's a very smart ad. I don't know, like I don't know what you think. I feel like it's smart. It's like she's hot. She has great genes because she's hot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think attractiveness goes beyond race and gender.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the thing is with this ad, if you're unaware, if whoever's watching is unaware, people were, I don't know, I feel like the internet feels like the smallest amount of people have a massive amount of like platform, or like have a massive amount of impact, and maybe it's not enough. Like maybe it's not that this many people who have a problem with this ad, but it felt like a massive deal.
Yeah.
They were saying that this was like Nazi propaganda.
Wow.
from on the internet, like
Wow.
random people were saying like, oh, she's saying that she's like has great genes because she's white, and it's like, no. Why does it everything have to do with the race? Like,
Yeah,
no.
I don't know enough to be able to comment on the whole racial conversation about it. I didn't read it that way when I saw this. She's very attractive and she's a sex symbol, and she's known for being very attractive. So I just saw it as she's talking about her attractive genes. I never thought about the racial element at all when seeing this.
And she doesn't shy away from being hot. She knows she's hot. She's not offended when people say that.
It's very smart, as one should.
As one should. Like, if we believe in the upside down world where if people call you hot, that's like a violation of your privacy or something.
And what I have seen is clips from this interview, which is interesting.
Okay, yeah, and this is the one I wanted to talk about, because the American Eagles ad is like 4 months old. It's old news by now. But this GQ interview is making the rounds lately, and I wanna, like, first, like, out of the bat, I wanna say, like, how great PR trained, or how great Sydney Sweeney is, like, as a celebrity, basically, and how the interviewer phrases stuff to put you in your, like, a corner, in a corner. But I just say that, and then we'll watch this right away. I just want to put it from a little further.
You are making Anyone But You, and there's sort of, what do we call it, like a game almost, with sort of letting rumors build about you and Glenn, and we all now know that was a projection, let's say, on our parts. That wasn't real. But it occurred to me that maybe that story doesn't go so viral if you're not a very private person. I imagine there are personal benefits to being private about your personal life. But are there also professional benefits to being private about your personal life?
The professional benefits for me and being private is for my own just health and sanity. If I let everybody in all the time, I have nothing for myself. And I am just a 27-year-old, or I'm 28 now. I turned 28 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But I'm just a 28-year-old woman who's trying to figure it out. And I'm still learning, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to grow. And I think that it's important to be able to do that without having to say every single thing all the time.
Right. Okay. But so you're never tempted to just like open your notepad.
See how she's phrasing everything.
And
Like,
say, this is what I really think, and this is who I am.
She wants to put words in her mouth.
Like, stop guessing and projecting.
I mean, I'll vent
She's
to my
doing her job well.
girlfriends, but
Okay.
other than
I mean,
that, no.
she's not getting what she wants
Okay.
from her.
That's honestly really impressive. Like,
Because Sydney Sweeney
I know who
is
I
very
am.
good as well.
right.
That's
I know
true.
what
But
I
her job as an
value,
interviewer
I
is
know
to
that
create
I'm a
clicks,
kind
to have
person.
Sure.
to
I
ask
know
tough
that
questions.
I love a lot, and I know that
Any
I'm
conversation I
just
feel
excited to
is,
see
for me,
what
my
happens
perspective
next.
is less
And so
less
I don't
on the
really let other
interviewer
people define who I am.
And
because she's just doing her job, and
For the
sometimes
second
it's
hand
about
concern for
asking
you
difficult
lately.
questions or
Um,
framing things.
We're sort of
It's-
talking
it's a
around
mind
this American
game.
Eagle ad
Yeah.
right now, and maybe we should just talk about
But
it.
it's more
So,
on
were
Sydney
you surprised
Sweeney's
by the
excellent
reaction?
media training skills.
Mm.
I did a gene ad.
Yeah.
I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was I love jeans. All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your
You
jeans.
look great in your jeans.
Because she also wants to
I think
like
I know how you're
feel
gonna
like
answer this, but I'm gonna
comfortable
ask
with her,
anyway.
like,
I
oh,
mean,
we're
the
friends.
president tweeted
Mhm.
about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
What a great
And
answer.
It would be totally human. I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public, you know, and conveniently some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
I don't think that it's not that that feeling didn't I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16-hour days, and I don't really bring my phone on set, so I work and then I go home and I go to sleep. So I didn't really see a lot of it.
You've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate.
She's getting mad.
But the risk is
she's
that,
getting
you
mad
know,
that she gets
there's a
she
chance that
puts her
somebody
private life
will
private.
get some idea.
She's like, tell me
about
something that I
what
can
you
use
think
against
about
you.
certain issues, and feel like I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do you worry about that?
No. If somebody is closed off because of something they read online to a powerful story like Christy, then I hope something else can open their eyes to being open to art and being open to learning, and I'm not gonna be affected by that.
Yeah. You've come here like really willing to talk about this whole discourse that doesn't have that much to do with you, and I'm grateful for that. Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have?
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
We should talk about Cassie. You got back together with Cassie.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate her. Like she's I would hate having her as an interviewer, like trying to put me in a bad spot. Like it's a good thing to learn from this. Like interviewers are not your friends. They don't want the best from me. No, but we're not having. We're having a conversation. But I mean, like in this sense, like they just want, like you said, like clicks.
Right.
They want you to say something that might be controversial, and it's good to have that in mind, because sometimes we might get a little too comfortable with who we're sharing stuff with,
True.
And I don't know. What do you think?
So I think that Sydney Sweeney.
Let's put it on a prettier image. Okay.
Sure.
There we go.
I think Sydney Sweeney's response is a media training masterclass. I've watched actually some videos on it, and it's really interesting to think about how when you're being interviewed, you actually control the narrative. So whatever frame that the interviewer wants to put on you, remember that you have the power over whatever you respond or what you respond to. So her response, which is a non-response, is totally valid. And she completely nullified the question. Which, a lot of people are glad to see actors just do what they're supposed to do. Do a good job in front of camera, and that's it. As actors, it's not our place necessarily to talk about politics. Of course, social
Or
media
about
people-
genetics and like
Racial
racial theory.
issues.
Yeah. We're not qualified enough.
There's experts for that.
Yeah.
So I agree with her. I personally never speak about politics publicly. Everyone has their opinions, but she emphasizes that she's 20 years old and how she's just trying to figure life out. I'm 24. I'm trying to figure life out. I don't have ultimate answers to anything. My opinions are going to change throughout my life. So I'm going to stick to what I do best and what I love, which is making art. So I think she did she made the right choice. You can choose to not answer.
I wouldn't be embarrassed if the person, for example, that I was 5 years ago or even 2 years ago was like saying stuff in social media, and for it to be like political stuff, religious stuff, any of that sort of stuff. Maybe not religious, because that hasn't changed that much, but or has it? I don't know. But the thing is that I would be embarrassed if I've changed, like everyone has, to have something that is not a reflection of you at the moment in the internet forever.
Right.
And I find it good practice for anyone, not only actors, to know that, because like, I don't know, whoever I was like 5 years ago, it was totally different from who I am today.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't share the same maybe thoughts that I had 5 years ago or 3 years ago. And having that, imagine I was getting an interview like that, and I was having to like say, and I'm cringing now about an interview I got like 3 years ago, because I was confused about my thoughts on a certain issue, or not even confused. Maybe I had the right choice thought then, and today I'm different, maybe even worse, or maybe not even worse, but different. Like, it's like people change, and I don't. And it's good practice to keep their controversial thoughts to themselves. And actors, that's what we were talking about, like celebrities being hidden from the public. How does that affect the movie? Like, how public with social media do you have to be, or can you be? I think that's a good thing to have in your mind. I feel like, as an actor, like, do you want to be a political activist at the end of the day rather than an actor?
Right.
Which might alienate half your audience.
Yeah, very true.
Or do you wanna do what celebrities used to do in the olden days, that they were much more stoic and
detached?
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
That's a good question. For me, especially being a foreign actor, so non-American, being a guest in this country, especially then, this is not my place to give an opinion on another country's politics at all. And on topics that aren't my expertise. I can talk about acting, I can talk about business. I have experienced different cultures given my upbringing, but there's things that there are far more capable people out there that can answer to.
You can have your opinions.
Yeah. Which opinions? I had a I had a professor at Stella tell me this. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has
That's
one,
one of them.
and you should only share it with someone
Special.
that
No.
let me say that again. So
Okay.
I had a professor in Stella Adler that told me this. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, but you should only share it with those who ask you to.
Ah, okay.
And someone could say, to be even more safe, you shouldn't share it at all. Your
Mm.
opinions. You can do whatever you want with your asshole, but your opinions, sometimes it's best not to share them even.
True. I mean, same with assholes. Like you
Hey.
who needs an asshole?
Hey.
Unless for you know what?
Hey, you know,
I mean,
there's some kinky people out there.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But unless it's for pooping, I don't want to know about anyone's asshole. I guess.
Fair.
For now,
That's a different conversation.
That's a different conversation, and I'm sorry if you were eating when I said that.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's really smart, and maybe that's why you have such a great following, and like these ads don't aren't like the comments are not like about your politics or about like, oh, I hate him because he thinks this or thinks that.
Exactly.
People don't know, and it's like it reflects itself.
No, don't care, don't want to know.
Yeah.
Sure, some people might want to know, but ultimately, it's not important, and it's not beneficial.
Imagine how many people watch your Poppies Studios show video
with different opinions.
Right, and imagine how many people said, "Oh, I'm gonna follow him," and then they follow you, and they see a story from you, like commenting on something that they don't agree with. Oh, and then I'm not gonna follow him.
You lose
you lose the possible follower.
Yeah,
and it's Sweeney. She's not only beautiful, she's smart. I don't know, talented. What more
good
could
for you?
Want? Yeah. Congratulations, Sydney Sweeney.
Keep going.
The thumbnail of this video will be us and then Sydney Sweeney in the middle. When we do when we do because this is the live and then we're gonna do like a highlight possibly of this.
Cool.
Oh, 2 segments.
Nice.
If we do this for this one, Sydney Sweeney will be here.
That's
okay.
Fun. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Get more views.
Definitely, and that's definitely gonna get a few more views, I guess. Hopefully.
And then when this is released, I'd love to collab on some of the videos on Instagram.
Yeah, I would love to. Like add you as a collaborator.
Add me as a collaborator.
Yeah. I mean, I've wanted to do that with other people, but then I'm like, should I do it?
You're gonna grow your platform.
Yeah, it's true.
And I want these clips too. So
yeah, it's true. It's true.
Might as well.
So I don't want. Like some people might not want to, but yeah, with you I'm gonna.
You don't lose anything. Just send me the request. You don't lose anything.
Perfect. Okay. We talk about Stella Adler. Talk about Poppies Studios. Did we talk about your interviews that I think we're running out of time, but do you want to say something about like the interviews that you've been doing?
Wow, that's been amazing.
Yeah.
So, within a few months of moving to LA, I started interviewing actors at red carpets in big movie premieres here in the Chinese theater, the Egyptian theater, and other places around town, which has been amazing. I got that through someone that I knew that as I moved to Los Angeles, it coincided that this friend of mine who owns a film news social media page across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well, they owned it and they were looking for a Los Angeles ambassador. So it's called Amo ir al cine, which translates to I love going to the movies, which we all should do more. We should all go to the actual theaters, not just watch things at home or on our phone. Go to the movies. But anyways, they needed an LA ambassador, and I actually connected with him further when I moved here because I would have loved to fill that position, and it ended up happening. Actually, I covered an event for them without being their ambassador yet, just to provide value and just to convince them to choose me, to select me as the ambassador of the channel, of the social media page. And so I've interviewed at the Borderlands premiere, the movie, at the Chinese theater. I got to ask Kevin Hart a question, Edgar Ramirez, Venezuelan, very famous actor. Then I got to interview at this premiere called My Penguin Friend, with a big French actor. I just forgot his name. Big Hollywood actor. Forgot his name. anyways, that
Mhm.
premiere, and then I was through them. I interviewed the director of Ballerina from the John Wick universe, Len. Amazing.
Mm.
Interviewed him, and that the whole thing is on YouTube. And I got trained. That was probably the coolest experience. I got trained by the choreographers of John Wick
Wow.
on how to do a fight sequence,
Wow.
which ended up being perfect because I had some stage combat experience from Panama, more extensive stage combat experience at Stella Adler, and then a few months later, I get this opportunity to be trained by them. Got some really cool clips for my social media. So it was like an influencer event that I covered for Amo del Cine,
Mhm.
and most recently, like a month and a half ago, for the Long Walk premiere, the movie, the new Stephen King novel adaptation, I got to interview actors at the red carpet. So I interviewed. I gotta tell you the name. You'll cut. What's I guess the Luke Skywalker.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Oh my god. So I interviewed Mark Hamill
Wow.
at the Long Walk premiere at the Egyptian Theater. That was amazing. And there was an influencer event opportunity to promote the movie that I got to be a part of, which was because in the movie The Long Walk, the actors have to the characters in the book and the movie, they have to walk until everyone drops dead and you're the last one standing for
Oh.
days and days at a time without stopping. Well, they had us watch the movie on treadmills going at a specific pace an hour, just like the characters in the film. And if we fell, tripped, or whatever, they had armed guards in the movie theater escort us out.
What?
And it happened. The girl tripped. I think she was eating some popcorn and she tripped. I almost tripped grabbing my popcorn. She tripped and she got escorted out. So in front of everyone, we watched her get dragged away.
That's fun.
It
I mean, that's
made
a
it
fun experience, but
really fun experience.
for the people who stayed, I guess.
Yeah. She got brought back in and then she watched it sitting down.
Okay.
That was the whole thing. Very
Yeah.
interactive.
That's
So
fun.
I've had a lot of fun. Met some interesting actors. Got some great experience. And also as an actor myself, aspiring to be in bigger film premieres as an actor, also here in Hollywood, being on the other side of the red carpet, interviewing people has been has given me very valuable lessons.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
like one? Like what?
Like, for example, seeing how many interviews these actors are doing. Actually, so we're usually, because this media outlet is international, I'm usually at the end of the line. So lots of the actors end up skipping us. By the time they get to us, they just want to leave and go in
Yeah.
the theater. But you get to watch them as you look down the aisle. You see GQ, you see IMDb News, you see
Hollywood
big
Reporter.
news, Hollywood Reporter doing interviews, and there's like actors are doing like 20 interviews before they eventually would get to us.
Yeah.
So seeing how they answer, seeing how they behave in front of the camera, seeing their looks, seeing how they pose for photos, seeing them interact with people, just understanding how a red carpet works more in depth at the highest level possible, Hollywood, has given me some good references for myself in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. You have a lot of stuff cooking, because I guess that you're still doing that. You haven't stopped.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'd say maybe every month or every 2 months, I have a new premiere that I'm hosting.
That's amazing.
Hosting, not interviewing.
Yeah.
And what else? Other things cooking.
Yeah.
things to
What else?
come.
What else is it
Yeah.
to come?
That Luigi Mangione vertical should come by the end of this year.
Watch it.
Watch it when it comes out. It's fun. I mean, we did it all. We did the perp walk, as in him dressed in the orange jumpsuit being escorted by officers. We did that. We did the court scenes of when he's being judged for his crime.
As a vertical.
As a vertical. But of course, this vertical is a romance because it's a
of
soap
course.
opera.
It has
so
to
it's
be.
a romance. It's a romance. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I know. So,
But that's coming out soon.
Ooh, I'm invested already.
That I have. What else? Well, I'm also starting a production company with friends. Some friends from college, from film, that we moved together here to LA. We're working with a client soon, an alcohol brand we're making commercials for. We're starting to develop our own work. I want to start producing verticals. That's also in the works. So I'm mixing the acting with my business degree because I want to become an actor producer. So I'm building towards that.
That's great. You have a lot coming up. I'm so proud of you. I feel like what a good thing it is to say yes to the opportunities you have, because like if I had say no, I don't want to play soccer right now, I would have
Yeah.
never met you. I would have never known like all the stuff you do. We would not be sitting here right now.
True.
And I'm just glad that I got to say yes
Yeah.
and have you here, and now we're friends. We're
Totally.
friends.
And also being a person that with a kind heart, open arms, welcome, and be kind to everyone you meet, and a cool guys walking. Why don't you want to come play? Come play.
Yeah.
And then that's how you make friendships and how
True.
things happen in life.
That's how my dad used to tell me like things happened back in the olden days when he was a kid. Like they were used to do like pichangas in the street, like football, like soccer.
In Venezuela they say caimaneras.
Okay,
Or in Panama, una birria.
Okay. So that's the thing. Like they used like just in the street, like play soccer, like, and then that's how they would make friends.
Yeah.
So and it's lost now with social media and so much.
Yeah, people are
internet.
less active, playing less sports. That's true.
Yeah, and I feel, and that's why my dad is always. He's actually thinking of starting a podcast of like how talking about like sports and like how important it is for like the culture and nowadays.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
And how amazing that we live in the age of social media, where now it was a dream for anyone to have their own TV show, but now you can have your own show.
Yeah.
At home or wherever, thanks to your phones.
Yeah, it inspires you. If you're a creative person, it makes your juices flow.
You have more resources.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Where can people find you? Where can people follow you?
Of course. So my social media is everywhere across all platforms. At AA_Antony. That's ANTONI. Like Antonio without the O. So Anthony.
On
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
YouTube.
I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Mainly, actually.
I'll leave them down below in the description. And yeah, I'm so happy that we did this.
Me too.
This went amazing.
It went by so quick. Too.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And I feel like I'm doing better every day I do this. Like either my guests are like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting looser.
You feel relaxed.
Yeah.
And you have really good questions. I love doing the live reactions, comments, and bringing up something so relevant as the Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, right. I want to post this podcast episode like as soon as possible, so it keeps relevancy.
Right, amazing.
So yeah, I'll let you know, and I'll let everyone know through Instagram. You're already seeing it, so I guess you already know when it came out.
It's out.
It's out. You're already watching it. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you if not in person. Once I get back home, I want to do an online version of the podcast, like a little more fun, like 5 people probably in the same like call.
Sweet.
And
I have my own home studio.
Amazing.
So good lighting, background.
Perfect.
So
like everyone in their own spots. That way I can continue doing this without being physically here. And yeah, just talk about different topics, rank actresses by their hotness. I don't know, like
that's views.
Yeah. We can do a lot of fun stuff, and maybe it can even be live. So a lot of stuff coming up.
All right.
Yeah, have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.